The regional city of Mildura is locked in debate over a $400 million proposal to become the home of the state's second casino. Many locals believe the casino complex would give the city a much-needed facelift, but the project is being opposed by local lobbyists who argue that more gaming in the city will increase crime and social problems. Their argument has been backed up by a report released this week which links problem gambling to crime. Lisa Maximovic reports from Mildura.
The unmistakable ringing and clinking in a room filled with pokies. It couldn't be further from this. The laughter of kookaburras by the Murray River, here in the heart and soul of Mildura.
Mildura has been for 120 years a very productive oasis on the Murray, producing food, generating real wealth.
The vision of one private developer could give this food bowl city a new direction. The Jewel, as it's known, is the brainchild of Melbourne-based businessman John Haddad.
Mildura's got a good airport. You could easily develop a tourism infrastructure there. We'll build a convention centre. You've got a marvellous river, you've got a desert, you've got a golf course, you have festivals there with music, and you have food festivals. So I found that there was little to compete against it.
There's been a public launch of the plan, and council's had a look at that. They've had it assessed against the existing plan that council had drawn up, and it delivers most of the major components of that plan. But there's still a fair bit of detailed work to be done to actually make it fit on the riverfront.
This is the proposed building site, a vacant eyesore on prime riverfront land for the past 20 years. It's a reflection of the town that was built with its back to the river.
Like any destination, we're competing with the world, not just Australia, with the world. So in terms of what we need to present to keep on attracting visitors is a new, rejuvenated face, strong new products, great new attractions.
And with the region's traditional economic drivers facing tough times, there's never been a greater need for tourism.
When one part of the economy is down, it's really up to those other sectors of the economy to try and pick up and to try and generate new abilities to maintain visitor flows and to maintain really the morale and the interest in the region.
But in terms of a casino, not everyone's willing to take the gamble. Dozens of locals have formed the Sunraysia Against Casinos lobby group.
There are already traffic problems, already crime problems in that precinct. It's a recipe, as I said, for a planning fiasco, I believe.
Absolutely.
They've rallied support from the likes of Senator Nick Xenophon and Tim Costello and have sent petitions to the state government. Last week, the group took its message to local television screens.
Mildura's proposed casino, a vision or a nightmare?
It's a 24/7 operation which will bring with it crime. I mean, the direct links have been found in all the studies that operations such as that will increase the crime rate in the town, and that would take away a lot of the charm of Mildura.
Well, as a doctor, I'm very unhappy about it. Already, I believe that we've got about 15 to 20 problem gamblers per doctor in town, and if you go through the numbers, you'll find that Mr Haddad and his company are promising us another 10 each.
Mildura identity and chef Stefano De Pieri understands the level of community anguish, but he's looking at the bigger picture and believes that the influx of business generated by the entertainment complex would filter through the community.
I don't think I've ever been to a casino in my entire life, but I know that if you have a 5-star hotel with all the attendant services, you create jobs and you create variety, you create even a degree of sophistication.
The Premier John Brumby says the development will not go ahead unless it has the support of the community. The council, lobby group and Mildura Tourism agree that the only way that can be achieved is through a referendum. Stateline conducted a small survey of 100 Mildura residents. The overwhelming majority welcomed the dual proposal, with 72 saying they'd support the project if it was put to a vote. According to the Premier, the second hurdle is bipartisan approval. The opposition says that's disingenuous. The government can start the regulation process without legislative support. Opposition gaming spokesman Michael O'Brien says a second casino is not the Coalition's policy, and he's sceptical that Victorians want it.
I think I've done what I can do. I can't go any further. I've actually got the funding. I've actually produced the development. I've been able to get the state government to like the project, not to give it an actual tick, but to like it.
Either the National Party or the Liberal Party, if they wish to stand in the way of a possible positive development for Mildura, they have to say so, and they have to live with the consequences.
Lisa Maximovic with that report, and that brings us to the end of Stateline for this week. Thanks for watching.